Welcome back to the Barclays Women's Championship show, and this time we've headed up north to a beautiful part of the country. Oh, it is beautiful, and this week we're in Durham to find out about everything that's been going on the pitch, but also what's been happening off it with their new financial investment. Yeah, it's a real exciting time for the club. Let's get to it. First things first, let's get to the gym with strength and conditioning coach, Cara Elderkin. So, Cara, there's a lot going on. We've walked in mid-gym session, all right? So tell us, what have the players been up to this morning?
Yeah, so this morning they came in around 9:30, so they had their breakfast. So they had about an hour for that, and then they came straight into the gym to do an upper body session. So during that time, us as performance staff, we've been going through kind of their athlete well-being kind of data. So they've filled in their Kitman, they filled in their Fitter Woman, which looks at their menstrual cycle.
Amazing.
And through that, we've been kind of seeing how they're feeling today, tailor their programs based off of that.
Amazing to hear, honestly. And in terms of like strength and conditioning itself, why is that such an important part of the process?
As you can tell, the girls really enjoy the gym. It's extremely important because it kind of transfers over onto the pitch. So their pitch performance, it also minimizes the risk of injury, just building those resilient and robust athletes.
What do you love the most about your role here at Durham with the women's team?
Yeah, just the girls are a great team.
Yeah.
They're very lively. So I try to make a fun and like engaging atmosphere, just a place that they feel comfortable and that they're willing to still have fun but also push themselves.
Amazing. Well, Cara, thank you so much for giving us a little bit more insight into the gym session.
Well, our gym is great, but our new facility is going to be even better.
Oh, we can't wait to see that. We can't wait to see that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Cheers. Being in Durham has given us the perfect opportunity to get inside the brain of the dead ball specialist herself. Yep, so we're treating you to a Beth Hepple free kick masterclass. So Beth, talk us through it in terms of like placing the ball down for an actual free kick. What's going through your head at that point?
I'm probably just eyeing up like the distance, trying to find a nice patch of grass or 3G. I normally ruffle it up a little bit just so it's not really flat on the floor, and then I use the ball as a reference, so I like to pop the Nike tick where I'm going to hit it. So I normally just pop it down, Nike tick, facing, and then I've got a bit of a reference, and yeah.
So you've just put it down there and then automatically taken a couple of steps back. So talk to us about the lead up to the free kick.
I wait until the referee set and the wall's set, because if I do too early, I'm a bit off cue. I don't know, that's just a routine. Yeah. I don't even know how many steps back, probably like 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. And then as you're approaching the ball, is there a certain area of the ball you look to hit?
Yeah, normally I use so the Nike tick would be my reference.
Okay.
And I remember a coach years ago always telling me, try and use that and curl it away from you.
All right.
So yeah, that's what I try to do.
Nice, amazing. It's proper insightful to be fair. And then in terms of like the area of the foot that you're trying to hit as well, talk to us about that.
I mean, if I was this closer, I would probably be doing it with me instep.
Okay.
Bit further out, if you need a bit more power, you'd probably be doing it with your laces. But I like to be in and around the box. They're nicer instep.
Amazing. And in terms of instep, that term, can you just explain that for the viewers?
Yeah, of course. So instep, probably this part of your foot. And I'm trying, it's not so much pace on the ball, it's more directing it, getting it over the wall, up and down, and trying to curl the ball. So it'll go in the top bins.
And then final piece, is there anything going through your mind when you're approaching the ball? Might be like a last minute winner that you're about to hit, right? Is there anything that you're visualising at that point? Or?
Yeah, like you said, visualising. Before I'm hitting the ball, I try to envisage what am I going to do, the flight of the ball. I try to just visualise that before I do it, and then that tends to really help.
What moment in your career did you realise, I've got a bit of a, I've got a bit of a knack for this? And was there a moment, or was there a certain free kick that you remember taking where you thought, actually, this is what I want to start to specialise in?
Great question. I think from being young, I've always been like a set piece taker, corner taker, and I think just from being young, I've always practiced. So I've always been like, give me the ball, and I've been obviously fortunate enough to be in a position to do that as well, and have teammates trust us. And then I think if you do it a couple of times, it gives you confidence, doesn't it? And then I just kind of ran with that a bit.
Amazing. And final question, is there a player that you idolised growing up that you'd watch their free kicks over and over again? to be like?
I mean, the most obvious one's probably Beckham.
Yeah.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Our era. But probably is even like Messi. I think the way he just strikes a ball is ridiculous, isn't it?
You might have seen Messi and Beckham, but you haven't seen Beth Hepple. And Beth, you're about to take us through exactly what you've just spoken about. All right, so good luck. We're going to step out a shot. We're going to leave you to it.
Yeah.
Beaut. Now we're joined by one of the owners of Durham, Lee Sanders. First of all, let's discuss, obviously, the change in ownership that we're seeing here at Durham. It feels like a new era. Give us a little bit more context around that.
I mean, myself and Dawn Hepple, we've always been part of the club. We've always been directors at the football club. Durham University, where we still train, we're obviously a big part of that journey. It became apparent we needed to move in a different direction. We bought the club out as a whole, brought on new investments, and obviously we begin the next part.
Seeing the lottery investment come into the club, can you give us a little bit more context around what's actually happened there and how it all came about?
Patrick and Francis Connolly, they ran a grassroots girls team. We came across each other, I did them a little bit of a favour. They were really, really fortunate to do what they, did. And truthfully, they never forgot. We got a lovely email, company began as sponsors, just wanted to put something back into the game, really, really generous people. And then ultimately we've built up a little bit of a business relationship, and they've invested into the club and are now shareholders, which is fantastic. And they really are passionate about female sport.
As investors now, to actually have these two members of the team that genuinely they care about giving back, they care about the future of this club, does it mean more?
It does, because they're not in it for a return on investment, if that makes sense. They're doing it because they can and they want to. The ultimate goal is not about what they can get out of it.
In terms of the investment, what are the club looking to do with that?
We've got the exciting stadium project going on, which we're in the planning stages of now, and hopefully, if everything goes to plan and investment comes in, we'll be in there in the next 12 to 24 months.
You mentioned a little bit of a time frame there, so that's for the stadium project. In terms of everything else that you're wanting to do, is there another time frame in mind, or is it just a slow process now to try and get you there when the club's ready?
We've, been in it ever present in the Championship. We want to take that next step. My job now is to really ensure that when that opportunity does come along, whether that's now, because it's still possible this season,
yep,
or whether it's next season or the season after, the club's in a really good place to take that jump. To be honest, there's some players here who've been here a long time. I'd love nothing more than a league win for them, just to see they've done it.
And then in terms of looking ahead to the future then, what does a successful next few years look like for you?
I think obviously promotion to the Super League, and for spectators and fans generally in the North East, I mean, what we're planning to build at the stadium, it's not just about the stadium, it's a women's high performance centre, really focusing on female athletes. I think that's really exciting what we can do there, and almost have the best facility in the North East for young female players coming through.
For young girls in this area, how inspirational is that to actually have this female-centric hub?
Yeah, it's
where
crazy.
If I'm a young girl, there's actually a career here for me, and I've got the facilities around me to reach my potential. How does that feel to give back to a community that ultimately you're also from?
I mean, it's a really good feeling, it's amazing, but you touched on something long-term career. I think that's what we can offer.
Yes.
I think we can, really sort of look as a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 14-year-old now and say, I can go to Durham and I can have a really long career at that football club.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Really appreciate your chat. Time now to hear about the team on the pitch as we're joined by head coach Adam Furness. 3 games left of the season. How do you feel the team's done so far?
Yeah, really good. Obviously, we've had a really good season so far. 3 exciting games ahead.
Yes.
Let's see where it takes us.
Exactly that. And, WSL title hopes are definitely still alive. And would you say right now that, is the sole focus for the rest of the season?
Yeah, it has to be. I think the fact that we're still talking about a title running with 3 to go probably is testament to how well the girls have done this season. We need a little bit of luck to go our way in some of the other games, but first and foremost, if we can win our 3 games and really put the pressure on the other teams.
And then you were interim coach last season.
Yes.
Coming into this season, your role got made permanent by the club. How did that feel?
Yeah, really exciting.
Yeah.
Really exciting to have the opportunity to come in and to obviously test myself personally at this level. And then having worked with the girls before, I think there was probably a little bit of an appetite from both sides. It was a nice fit. We sort of got on, we clicked a little bit. It just felt like the right opportunity at the right time. And yeah, touch wood, so far so good. And the pressures of management mean that, you know, if the results don't go the right way, the pressure mounts, and if it continues to go down that route, you can find yourself out of work. So that is the challenge of football management, as we know, you know. But yeah, one that we're enjoying at the minute.
Love it. And, you know, today we've heard all about the change in ownership, the exciting investment opportunity. How was it for you when you received all that news, especially about the investment?
Yeah, look, I think it just adds another dimension to where the club could be, and I think everybody here just wants to be a part of that, and it can't come soon enough in terms of like the next steps and the ground and everything that's going to be wrapped around that. The more that they can give us, hopefully, the better we can do on the pitch.
Birmingham City's your next fixture. You know, you've got a few weeks to prepare for that one, and I always wonder as a coach, right, is that a help or a hindrance? A help in the sense of you've got more time to prepare, of course, but a hindrance in the sense of you lose that momentum a little bit, right? How are you feeling ahead of that one?
It works both ways. You know, we had a great result against Portsmouth, and I think you just, off the back of that, you just want to roll out of that and just carry on playing. On the same sort of side of it, you get a bit of extra time to prepare for some of the big games that are coming up. A chance for some of the players that have had some niggles and injuries to rest and recuperate. And it does mean that hopefully we get to pick from a full squad when it comes to match day against Birmingham. You know, we've played them twice already this season, so hopefully the outcomes are the same. The plans won't be too different, but it does give us an opportunity now for the next week or so to just fine-tune those, make sure everybody's on board with what we're doing, and hopefully come away with another 3 points.
There we go. Well, excited to watch that one. Adam, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
No problem, thank you.
Another long-term member of staff at Durham is Chief Operating Officer Mark Donnelly. You've been on a real journey with Durham. You know, you said there 10 years. You must really have worked through this transition that we're seeing. So how has that been for you personally?
Yeah, really exciting. When I think back to when I came in and where the club was and where the league was then, it's so different now, and it's been incredible to see not just the growth here, but the growth of the game and where the league's come to now is fantastic. And you know, for us to still be up the top challenging for promotion is a real testament to everything that everyone's done here. Part
of your role is fan engagement, you know, getting the crowd here, getting them buzzing. You've got a sports bar called The Library. Tell us more about what goes on there, what do you get up to at The Library?
Obviously with the European Championships coming up, there's so many people want to watch the Lionesses, but I think across the country we recognise there's not places for people to go and do that in a group setting. So we spoke to the library. They're massive supporters of women's sport. The first thing you see when you walk in the door, there's a big Her Game 2 logo behind the bar, which is incredible. They were so keen to have us down and work with us. So they've given us a dedicated space where fans of the women's game, whether they're fans of Durham or not, can come watch Lionesses games pre-Euros and then during the Euros as well. And then they've also agreed to show our away games on the Barclays Women's Championship YouTube channel next year as well. So we've got a place for our fans that can't travel to some of the longer games to come together and watch the game. So it's great for our existing fans to come together, really nurture that community. But then also the hope is we'll get people in who maybe aren't fans of us yet, but are fans of the Lionesses, and then we'll find out more about the club and come down and watch us here. And you also done some amazing work. We saw that you had set up some free tickets for families that maybe were struggling financially. So talk to us a little bit about that and what you've been able to do for local families. Yeah, that was born out of just a conversation we had on the way to our first game of the year at Brighton. We were talking about what a busy January we had as a club, a lot of games, and we recognised that would be difficult for fans to financially afford to come to every game off the back of Christmas, off the back of bills rising and things. And one of our directors, Dawn, was really passionate about, you know, we can do something to help here, and that was offering up free tickets. And we've had a great take-up for that for our games in 2025, great feedback from the people that have come. And, you know, Dawn's big driver was, you know, we can give people that family time that might have had to be sacrificed, and, you know, we can give them that for free and get them down to our games. And, you know, it's great when you've got owners and a board that are so passionate about doing the right thing for fans and doing the right thing for the community. We've got a really engaged and passionate fan base. We want to continue to develop that. And obviously, we've spoke a lot recently about the new staging project we've got going on. That's really exciting, and we want fan experience to be the heart of that. You know, we've got an opportunity to build something that works for fans of the female game and create something really special that, from a fan experience point of view, we think can be brilliant. Well, I think if I was a local in Durham, I'd definitely be coming to watch yous every week. Thank you so much, Mark, for your time. Appreciate it. Brill, thank you. Well, we've seen some magic moments here already, but now let's check out some other magic moments in the Barclays Championship.
Bristol City looking for an instant response. Stein does really well to bring it under control, lays it back and it's hammered into the top corner.
Aslani to curl one and find the net. 6 minutes into added on time. You have to say justice has been done here.
Newcastle on the charge. Furness lays it off to Joel. He's got Lumsden. Well positioned. Lumsden with a beautiful shot.
Oh yes, how about that? That is something really special from Jody Hutton.
Hornby finds some space. Robotham with the effort. A beautiful goal, and Portsmouth take the lead.
Becky Salicki is a pivotal part of Durham's defence. But football's not her only career. You're busy.
Yeah.
So you've got loads going on off the pitch as well. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about, the pub that you run and the family business that you've got going there.
Yeah, so I run a pub alongside it. We've got 3 pubs that me and my brother run at the moment. My nan and granddad started it years ago, and then my mum and dad took over it, and then me and my brother are just in the process of actually taking over it now. So yeah, it's a busy time, but like I love it, and it's my choice to do it. I don't need to do it alongside football. I'm quite lucky in the position that I am, but it's something that I want to do when I stop playing. So, I'm very lucky to do what I do.
I feel like you've been quite humble there with your answer. I really want the viewers to understand like your daily routine. Can you speak us through that a little bit?
Yeah, so this morning I was up at 5:30. I'm normally at the pub for around about 7:15 to start breakfast shift. I finished at about 9 o'clock. I quickly go home, get changed, and I come through here. We've got to be here for like 9:30. We finish about 3 today, I believe, and then I'll go back to work about 6 o'clock tonight.
What? Right, I'm never complaining. I'm never saying I'm tired again, and I'm never complaining about my schedule. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
How do you even manage to schedule that in and around being a professional footballer? How does that work?
I'm very lucky to be able to do it because I get to do my own rotas, so I can kind of control what I need to do and when I need to do it. I've got very good staff who really look after the pub for me as well when I'm not there. We're on the news quite a lot now as well, and people always stop me when I'm at work, like, oh, I seen you on the news the other day, and I'm like, yeah. And it's like, it's amazing because you do get stopped now, and it's like such a cool thing. But like they say, like, oh, like what are you doing here? And I'm like, well, I want to be here. Like it's not because I have to be here. It's because I want to be there. Like I want to make sure that the family business has been like run right at the same time. The ethos my granddad always had there was it's a home away from home for people when they're coming to stay away. Like it's not going to stay at the chain places. They can put the keys away and come and have a drink and have a chat with people, and I think it's just kind of like filtered through like us as a family.
That's amazing to hear, Becky. And how do you feel Durham have supported you in that role?
Yeah, they've really supported me, to be fair. When, a few years ago when we had the conversation about going professional, when I sat down with Lee, it was a case of like, yeah, we understand and we'll support you through that. It's like I say, it's my decision to do that, and I want to do that, and the club have been really good with me. I do want to go on and coach as well afterwards, so yeah, I've thrown that in the middle of everything, being busy. I'm doing my UAFB at the moment as well. So yeah, and again, that's something that they're massively supporting us with, of like they want us to make sure that post-career that we've got opportunities, and like they've always had them conversations with us, so yeah, really good.
What is it about Durham that's made you stay so long?
Just the family ethos that we've got here. Like I love being here. I love being part of the club. It's bred into me really now of how we play here, and I think I love that type of play that we've got. Like, I mean, everyone says that Durham's with the dark arts and everything, but no, I'm from the area as well. So I played at Sunderland years ago, and had a really nasty injury. I had 5 knee operations actually, and then Durham looked after me and like took me under. So yeah, I've always been forever grateful for them, and I'm just really glad to still be here and still playing.
Oh, amazing. And Durham are really known for having this like real core group of players that remain at the club year on year, and I truly believe that's what's made the club so successful at times. Do you agree?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a core group of us that are still here. And it's so important, I think, because in the tough times we've all stuck together, and like I said, there is that real family ethos here, and you could feel it. And like this year especially, and I think that's why we've done so well this year. Like I've never felt a bond like it, and everyone's really getting on. So yeah, I think that's why we're still battling out at the top at the minute.
Becky, thank you so much for joining us.
No worries, of course. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right, there's only one way to finish a beautiful day at Durham, and it's got to be with a challenge. And we've made the executive decision to step out of this one this week because we watched a couple of the shows back and it was a bit embarrassing. Yeah, well, it was awful. It was awful. And you can't beat a classic crossbar challenge. So you got Team Mollie over there, Team Rosie over here. Let's get to it. All right, we're warming up over here. My team's actually taking this seriously, by the way. Right, Team Rosie's up first. Come on, come on. All right, come on. Come on, you. Absolutely nothing. Let's go. Oh. Bit of energy, please, guys. Bit of energy.
Right, Molly.
Right, come on, Moles.
Take your time, Mom.
Oh! It's all right, we're back in. It's all right. Oh! It's not bad. Well, it's not bad, honestly. It's not bad. Right, claw it back for us, will you? Oh! Oh, that's not bad, you know. That's not bad, you know. No! All right. Right, come on. Last chance to pull it back, come on. Yes! Yes! All right, so score on the doors is 1-1 at the moment. They've got one more shot to nick the win. Let's see how it goes. Yes! Mate, how has she done that? Come on! Right, let's walk to the camera. Walk to the camera with me. All right, well done. The winners to celebrate to this one. We've done it again. We have done it again. Let's go.
You're watching the Barclays Women's Championship show.
Today has really had it all. I mean, what more could we want? Amazing chats, an incredible masterclass, of course, a crossbar challenge, yeah, which I'm very happy about. But most importantly, just incredible to hear about the direction that this football club's going in and the amazing people that are working in it. Yeah, it really has been amazing. And we'll be back very, very soon with another Barclays Women's Championship show. We'll see you soon.